Hi Claudia, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free website audit for beautiful site landscaping in San Antonio, Texas. So I found you guys on a Home Advisor, and I just want to point out that your name on Home Advisor is beautiful side, as in the side of a house or something like that, not sight as in seeing. So I thought I'd point that out to you guys because it's a little bit of an inconsistency there. But that is not why I reached out. The reason I reached out is because I saw that there's quite a few searches happening in your area for concrete on Google, and not a lot of competition when it comes to showing up there. So there's an opportunity for someone who is willing to do concrete in the San Antonio area to pick up that demand and take on those jobs. But you got to get in front of the people looking for them. So I'm going to tell you how you can get in front of those people by putting up a simple website that just has lots of content and images, and I'll show you what I mean. So the first thing, so I looked you guys up here to see if you have a Google My Business. So you're really going to want to set up your Google My Business. What you want to do is go to business.google.com. You can see right here, and it's going to it's going to send you over to google.com/business blah blah blah, and then you're going to want to click manage now and start the process of typing in your business name and all that kind of stuff. Give them the information that they want, because Google is going to be your best friend when it comes to getting those jobs, and so you want to kind of play around with their game a little bit. Follow the directions, and that's going to help you show up on the Google results page. So let's see, San Antonio landscape design is one of those words that people are typing into Google every single month in order to find landscape designers in the area. And so not only is there good search volume for concrete, but there's also good search volume for landscapers as well. So this is a tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs, and I use the Keyword Explorer function of it to find keywords that people are typing into Google each month. And so I want to show you what I found for your service and area. So I put in San Antonio to begin with, and then I cross-referenced that with anything that had to do with the word yard, xeriscaping, hardscaping, landscaping, and concrete, and these are my results. So there are 4 things that I look for in a good keyword. So the first thing is something that you do, then somewhere that you do it, high volume and low KD. And I'll explain what each of those is. So I'm going to find one I like a lot. This one is San Antonio Landscape Design. The reason I like this is because it's got those 2 things to begin with, something you do and somewhere that you do it. And that's really why I narrowed down the search terms with these like I did, was to make sure that it had those 2 elements in there. And then we've got 300 for the volume. So if you look up here, you got volume, KD. So your volume's 300. That means there are 300 people searching for this exact phrase each month in Google. So that's really cool. They're typing it exactly this way. It's not landscapers design, not landscaping design, not San Antonio, it's not landscape design San Antonio, right? It's exactly spelled this way. 300 people are typing it in like that. There's another 300 people typing in San Antonio landscaper. Same idea, same amount of people. So why do I like this one more than that one? Well, that's because of this number right here. So this is your KD. It also means keyword difficulty. And what it really comes down to is this is how competitive it's going to be to get to the first page of Google for this phrase. So a keyword difficulty of 4 is going to be a lot easier to show up at the top of the results for than, say, this 15 here. That's going to take longer. It's going to take more effort to get ahead of the competition. So this one's a really good one. Another one I'd like you to check out, I wasn't sure that you do xeriscape, but There are 250 people looking for it each month, on average, every month. And it's got a KD, or competition score, of 0, which is pretty amazing. So you could see yourself getting to the top of Google there, within a couple months, whereas this one here might take a lot longer. So let's see about this 300 San Antonio landscape design. So we're going to put that into Google here. So 300 people are doing this each month, and this is what they're getting. So the first thing is the map pack. So this is why I wanted you to go and get your Google My Business listing up, because first you're gonna put it, this is where that will show up if you have lots of citations as well. So you're going to want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number on your Google My Business is perfectly accurate, your name, address, and phone number specifically. And then you're going to take that information and plaster it all over different directories online, like Yelp, Yext, City Star, White Pages, Yellow Pages, Facebook. There are thousands of directories, and you can actually just look up business directories, and you'll find lots of them that way as well. But what you want to do is add that information to all sorts of different directories. And what it's going to do is increase your relativity, your credibility, and your power with Google. So it's going to prove to Google that you really do serve this area, you really do help these people, and that's going to help you get up into this area up here. So that's exciting. But the next thing that's even more exciting is showing up down here. This is what's called the organic results section, and it gets most of the people visiting this site. Well, most of them will go to these top 3 links here. So I'm going to compare you to these guys right here, because this is housed, this is a directory, but this one is another local competition, someone else that does landscape design in your local area. So I'm going to compare you to them. So what you want to do is you want to take a look at their site and think, what is it that they're doing right that's showing up, that's helping them to show up here at the top of Google? So first thing is content. Do they have a lot of words on their page explaining what they do? Google loves that. And they don't really. So that's one way we can get ahead. I mean, they do have some mentions here, and they do a good job of outlining what they do, but Google likes to see lots of words, because that's how it understands what you do. So that's one way we can get ahead. And then the second thing is, if I right click on an image, I can see this is saved as, I can see save image as. I can see this was saved as Greenhouse 2017. That's not helpful. What you want to do is, in order to get ahead of them, is save your images as key phrases that people are typing into Google. So like this San Antonio landscape design, or any of these other key phrases that work for you. So that's another way we can get ahead. And then I can also use this tool, Ahrefs, not only as a keyword explorer, but also as a site explorer. And so I get some key sort of insights as to how a website's performing. And I can tell that they're putting a bit of effort into showing up on the first page, but they're really not doing that well. So I'll show you why. They've got a high UR score, which is basically how trustworthy this page is. So this page they put a lot of effort into, but then their DR score is the trustworthiness or power of their entire website. And this is a very low score, meaning that they've put a lot of effort into this one page, but not the rest of their website. So you want to make sure to have a well-rounded website. And then how they're getting, so how you would want to increase these scores and have better scores than them is with backlinks and referring domains. So a backlink is any link that goes from another website back to your site, and a referring domain is any site that has at least one of those links on it that goes to your site. So what we can do is take a look at the referring domains that they have. and see if any of them would be good for us to go after, and see if we can get them to put a link to our site on there as well. So we don't want to go after these low scoring ones. These all have DRs of 0. These are not good links, and that's one of the reasons that they're not doing very well, even though they have lots of referring domains. But this one's pretty good, mystrikingly.com. I don't know if that's really that good, because this is one thing that is good to look at, is this DR score here, and 89 is great. Anything above 30 is going to be good for you. But I don't know if this is relevant. If it's about home improvement, or if it's maybe another local business in the area, then that would be fine. But if this is just some random website that has nothing to do with what you do, then it's not going to carry as much weight or help you as much. So basically, to kind of reiterate, this is the 3 things that I want you to take away from here. So you want to increase the relevant content on your site. We often tell our clients 3,000 words minimum on the homepage, but it's not necessary that you go quite that far when your competition is really so low, right? And then you want to implement those backlinks. Get other websites that have to do with home improvement or are local to your area. Have them point links to your site to basically to give you that power, that credibility with Google. And then you want to add citations, your name, address, and phone number to directories across the internet to boost your Google My Business listing. And again, you're going to want to set your Google My Business up so that you can take advantage of showing up in the map pack. Thank you so much for your time for watching this. I really hope that I did a good job explaining all this stuff, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit hoarse right now. I've been talking all day long. So thank you very much, Claudia, and I hope that this helps. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, and also if you have any feedback. I would love to hear whether or not this was helpful to you. All right, thanks. Bye.